student, this is the next paragraph of this chapter, The Lost Spring. Here writers Miss Anis Jung went to the Firozabad and where she met a boy whose name is Mukesh. So let's see what the story second of this lesson. I want to drive a car. Mukesh insists on being his own master. I will be a motor mechanic, he announces. Means the writer met a boy named Mukesh who aspired to become a motor mechanic. Do you know anything about cars? I ask. Means writer asked him if he knew anything about this car. I will learn to drive a car, he answered, looking straight into my eyes. His dreams looms like a mirage amidst the dust of streets that fill his town, Firozabad. Famous for its bangles, every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. It is the center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have spent generations working around furnace, welding glass, making bangles for all the women in the land. It seems so. Student, this the expression of this paragraph is that the boy was confident and replied that he would learn to drive a car. His dream was far away from reality, and although the boy was confident he would succumb to the societal pressure, he lived in Firozabad, which was famous for glass bangles. The writer felt that the boy's dream would not materialize and gradually get influenced by the dusty streets of Firozabad. She wanted to say that as every family in the town of Firozabad was involved in the glass bangles industry, so would Mukesh do with the passage of time. She tells us that Firozabad was the main town of India for the glass blowing industry. The families had been involved in working at furnace, welding glass, and making bangles for generations. They made so many bangles that it seemed that they made bangles for all the women of the world. So Mukesh family is among them. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnace with high temperature in dingy cells without any light, that the law enforced could get him and all those 20,000 children out of the hot furnace where they slow their daylight hours, often losing the brightness of the eyes. Here dingy means dark dim, slow means work hard, daylight hours means hours of the day when there is sunlight, and brightness of their eyes means here refers to the power to see. So in this line the writer described that Mukesh family was also involved in profession of glass bangles making. मीन्स मुकेश की जो फैमिली है वो भी चूड़ी इंडस्ट्री में इन्वॉल्व है. They were not aware of the law, although they don't know what is the law of the industry. They did not know that it was unlawful to force children to work in such glass furnace. उन्हें नहीं पता है कि बच्चों को इस तरह के काम में लगाना गैर कानूनी है. The workplaces were hot, dark, closed room without ventilations because it is not legal to work this kind of narrow places that is out of ventilations. The writer felt that if the law would come into force, it would rescue almost 20,000 children from these inhuman places where they were forced to work hard during the daytime. मीन्स यहाँ राइटर ये कहना चाहती है कि यदि कहीं से भी लॉ को यहाँ पे इम्पोज किया जाएगा तो इन बच्चों को जो कम से कम संख्या में 20,000 हैं इन्हें इस तरह से इन ह्यूमन कंडीशन से बाहर निकाला जा सकता है. They often ended up losing their eyesight also because in working in this kind of circumstances they are losing their eyesight. Mukesh's eyes beam as he volunteers to take me homes, which he proudly says is being rebuilt. We walk down stinking lanes choked with garbage past homes that remain hovels with crumbling walls, wobbly doors, no windows, crowded with families of humans and animals coexisting in a primeval state. He stops at the door of one such house, bangles a wobbly iron door with his foot and pushes it open. Means beam means shine brightly, volunteer, freely offer to do something. Stinking, bad smell, choked, blocked, hovel slums, crumbling, falling down, wobbly, unsteady, coexisting, present at the same time and place. Primeval, prehistoric. Banks miss heats. Means Mukesh was happy as he took the writer to his home. He felt proud as he informed her that it was being renovated. Means जब मुकेश राइटर को अपने घर ले जा रहा था उसे बहुत ही प्राउड फील हो रहा था बताने में कि उसका जो घर है वो रिनोवेट हो रहा है, वो रीबिल्ड हो रहा है. दे वॉकेड डाउन स्ट्रीट विच वर फुल ऑफ गार्बेज एंड गिव फाउल स्मेल. और वे ऐसे ऐसे रास्तों से गुजर रहे थे जो बदबूदार एरिया था और जहाँ पे गार्बेज डंप किए गए थे. द स्ट्रीट्स वर लाइनेड विथ स्लम्स विच वेर अनस्टेडी. और जो स्ट्रीट थी, जो गलियाँ थी, वो बहुत ही नैरो थी, वे बहुत ही अनस्टेडी थी, जिग जैग थी. द वॉल्स वर फॉलिंग अपार्ट. यहाँ तक कि दीवार, घरों की जो दीवार थी वो ऐसा लगा था अभी ही क्रम्बल डाउन हो जाएंगे. द डोर्स वर अनस्टेडी. There were no windows and were full of families where people lived along with animals, and so many people were living in narrow houses along with the animals. They reminded the writer of the prehistoric man who lived just like animals. Now, to seeing these conditions of humans living in the area, the writer reminded the prehistoric situation of the human when they were living with the animals. Mukesh stopped in front of one such door, hit it hard with his foot and pushed it open. We enter a half-built shack. In one part of it, thatched with dead grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. On the ground, in large aluminium platters are more chopped vegetables. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family through eyes filled with smoke. She smiled. She is the wife of Mukesh's elder brother, not such older in years. She had begun to command respect at the Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of 3 men, her husband Mukesh and their father. Means the house where Mukesh lived were partially constructed hut. In one corner was a firewood stove made with dead grass. A vessel with spinach leaves was kept on it. On the ground there were more plates with chopped vegetables in them. There was a thin young woman cooking the evening meals for families. Her eyes were full of smoke emanating from the stove, but she was still cheerful and smiled to see the writer. She was the wife of Mukesh's elder brothers. Although she was not much older than Mukesh, she was a responsible person and was worthy to get respect from the family. As the daughter-in-law of the family, she took care of 3 men, her husband Mukesh and their father. When the old man enters, she gently withdraws behind the broken wall and brings her veils closer to her face. As customs demands, daughter-in-law must veil their faces before male elders. In this case, the elder is an impoverished bangle maker. Despite long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, then a bangle maker, he has failed to renovate a house, send his 2 sons to school. All he has managed to do is teach them what he knows, the art of making bangles. Means, as Mukesh's father entered the house, the daughter-in-law hid behind the wall and covered her face behind her veils. It was a tradition for the daughter-in-law to hide their face in such presence of the older male members of the family. The elder here was a poor bangles maker. He had worked hard all his life, first as a tailor, then as a bangle maker. He was still not able to either renovate the house or send his sons to school. He had just managed to teach them the skill of making bangles.